Muppet Labs, where the future is being made today. This week I am taking a look at this late 80s Nouveau by Gibson. Nouveau. Later I will be taking a look at putting a new battery in this snark. We posted this guitar on social media and a gentleman named Ben asked us to make a video about it, so here we are. There is 100% less coffee in my hands than I would like. So a little background on these guitars. Gibson is known for doing some wacky. They had the necks and I think the back and sides of these guitars manufactured in Japan, and then they were assembled and finished in Nashville in the late 80s from 1986 to 1989. The Bozeman Gibson factory did not open until 1989, so it was happening in Nashville. And they are all, at least this one, is all solid wood. It's a solid spruce top, solid mahogany back and sides, and it's a really well-made, great playing guitar. This particular one is in like-new condition. The frets are amazing, the finish feels great, the bevels on the frets are really nice. Sounds like a modern dreadnought acoustic guitar. It doesn't sound so much like what I associate with Gibson dreadnoughts, which is like punishing low end and strong mids. This is much more balanced. Although the low end is, it's there, it's honking a little bit. But overall, a much kind of smoother, balanced EQ curve. Quite nicely. I always dislike finger picking on a humongous guitar, but it sounds good. You know, this guitar would record really, really nicely. It just sounds like nothing. Not in a bad way. You know what I mean? It just sounds like nothing, and then that means that you could drop it into any mix and gently massage it to kind of be whatever you want. It's never going to sound funky and old, that's for sure. But if you wanted something that sounded funky and old, why would you get this guitar? You wouldn't even be looking at this guitar. When I pretend my head is a microphone, I really get some nice color. You can get some darker stuff over here and some brighter stuff over there. Great setup. I mean, that's not going to be true of every one of these that you pick up, right? Has it been sitting in a storage unit in the Yukon for a while? The neck's going to be a little off, going to need a little tweak. But this one's got a great setup. Great for flat picking and shredding. Somebody needs to buy this and just put it on a million country demos, because that's exactly the sound. It's a great sonic palette. They really didn't make many of these guitars, and in 1989 they handed off the line to Epiphone so that they could be produced entirely in Asia and profit margins could be a little higher. So if you find one that has that Gibson on the headstock, you know, it's an unusual thing. There's not a lot of them floating around out there. Put all that together and what you've got is a great value for kind of an unusual instrument. I give it 5 out of 5 Ellens.
Ellen!
Here at Fanny's House of Music, we also sell vintage clothing. This is a very expensive, hand-decorated buckskin poncho. Ponchos are good. Ponchos are like tablecloths. Would I miss a car payment for it? No. Is it pretty? Yes. If you were like, what book am I reading right now? I can't remember. I can't remember what book I'm reading. It's a science fiction book. It's a classic. The author starts with a U. Can't remember. I'll put it here below. But I'm at the point in the book where they're carrying the sled through the wilderness, and it's like, this might be good for that, you know, like direct, you know, wind, blizzard, you know. But then your face and your arms and your sides, I'm not sure. I don't know. I never understand the clothes very much, but this one in particular isn't resonating with me. But that doesn't mean that it won't be resonating with you. It just feels like I'm a table. My head is just popping out of a table. Thank you for watching Ellen's Favorite Thing at Fanny's of the Week. Tune in next week for me to have another favorite thing.